This is a Zenith Royal 97 Super Navigator that I got from Rick, W5RH. Rick got it from the estate of a good friend of ours, Mack, a W5EET. And you might remember from one of my other videos, Mack passed away last year. And I got a lot of stuff from his shack, and this was one of the things I got. It came with the manual, the owner's manual, which is pretty neat. It even has the inspector's little tag there saying it was inspected, and it's an interesting radio. It was used for navigation. This antenna turns, and I'm not sure exactly how it works. I haven't really read the manual yet as far as the navigation part, but it's something to do with radio direction finding. Unfortunately, the radio doesn't work. It seems to be dead. I have no idea what's wrong with it at this point. It's a battery-operated radio. On the back here, it says Gulf of Mexico radio beacon changes, and then it gives a list of, well, not a list, but the radio beacon located at Galveston Light has been changed to, and it gives frequencies for these different beacons. So this radio was local. I don't know if Mack bought it new or what. One of the changes here says 7677. Now, that's the change for these lights or radio beacons. So I really don't know the age of the radio. I'm going to guess that the radio is probably somewhere around the early 70s, late 60s, something like that. But anyway, it seems like an interesting project, so I'm going to tear into it and see what's up. It just doesn't work. It's completely dead. I tried it, and nothing's going on there. So I've been stalling on this radio because I didn't have a schematic. Well, I got one sent to me from the antique from Dave on the antique radio forum. I don't know if you can see this. It's a photo fact, and it was a pretty good schematic. It's got the schematic, the parts list, all the drawings for it. And there were 12 pages. So I've been looking through it, and in all honesty, after working on those Kenwoods, the schematic looks like it's kind of empty. There's not a lot to it, so I don't know if I can fix it, but I think I can find the problem with it. Anyway, let's see what happens. I'll tear it apart and give it a good look. Come to find out, the problem was right here. This is the external power supply, and it's the switch is very corroded, or the plug, the jack, and because it's so corroded, there wasn't making contact, so there was no power to it. That, and I did change a couple of capacitors in it, aligned it best I could according to the instructions, and also a lot of spray cleaner, and that pretty much did the trick. Jesus, the wonderful Savior, does he along the rugged way. Never lets me go, hears the people call, makes a way so bright o'er me. So now I'll put it back into the case, into the cabinet that it came in, and clean it up a little bit, and see how it sounds when it's hooked to a real antenna. But before I do that, I'm going to have to take care of this problem right here. I don't really have any need for an external jack, so I think for now what I'm going to do is just jumper these wires, solder them together, and later on, if I really want to do anything with this radio and hook it to an external 9-volt power supply, I'll buy a little jack like that and replace it. Just go back in and replace it. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and jumper the wires and use it on batteries. Well, I got the radio back into the cabinet, and it all went back together well. Seems to work just fine. I did do an alignment on it while I had it out of the cabinet, and it didn't really need it though. It seemed to be aligned pretty well. I kind of went through it and just rechecked everything, and that's about it. At night here, the AM stations are really just crowded on the band. See if I can get one here that's worth listening to. This antenna rotates too. Well, that's it. Short video, short repair.